Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my video tutorial. Today we are going to be removing and bypassing the forced reset lock from Google on a Samsung Galaxy S8. The particular variant that I have here is the SM-G950U. Yours may be different. You can see on the bottom of your phone to make sure which model you do have, but this tutorial will work for all variants. You just have to click on the appropriate combination ROM files and input the appropriate information during this tutorial for your model as you see fit. Enough talk, let's get started. So initially we're going to need a few tools, 3 of them actually, as a matter of fact. The first one is going to be the Samsung USB drivers. Links will be in description for all of this below, but we're going to go in order together here. First one is going to look like this from the Samsung developer website. Go ahead, give that a click, give that a download. Once you download that, go ahead, move it to your desktop like such and give it an install. We will need that in order for your phone to properly communicate with your computer whenever we do get to that point in time. Once you have those drivers installed on your computer, go ahead and move on to the second download that we're going to need, which is going to be Odin. In particular the 3.1 3.1. There's 2 variants. There's the base model variant of the program, and then there's the patched version. I actually used the patched version for the sake of this tutorial, so I'm not sure if the basic one will work. Either way, just keep in mind that I did use the patched version. Once you do get that downloaded, go ahead and move that to your desktop. We'll be using that later. The last tool that we're going to be using is one called SamFirm, also on the XDA developer website. This is what we're going to be using to get the stock firmware for your phone once we get it fully cleared and reset. Download just the most recent version of that program, get that installed, move to your desktop as such. Once you get that done, we can get this party started. Let's move back to the phone for a moment. Go ahead and we'll shut this one off for now. I recommend you do the same. We're going to be booting this phone back into recovery mode just so that we can get a little bit of information off of it before we start downloading the specific combination ROMs that we will need. In order to get into recovery mode, go ahead, hold the power button, Bixby button, and volume up all at the same time. Let go when the Samsung appears. You should get a screen such as this if you did it correctly. Let me switch the scenes for you. There you go. We're going to be looking for a specific number on your screen once you do get your phone up to a window such as this. On the 3rd line down, you'll see on this diagram here, we're going to be looking for the model. Like I said, this is a 950U, as you can see here, as well as that bootloader level. It's the 5th digit to the left on the farthest right of the 3rd row. That number, keep that number in mind. We're going to need that number in order to download the correct corresponding combination ROM in order to get past this reset lock. So once we have that information here, have that written down wherever, remember it, whatever you need to do. Once we get that information, we can go ahead and go back to the computers. I'll have a link for this also down below. This is going to be the combination directory for your particular phone. If you have a 950U, you download from this list with your corresponding number that you have. For example, if I wanted to re-download it, I would click this one with the 5 as the combination key. But just download whichever one best fits you in this scenario. Once you have that downloaded, we can go ahead and move on. I want you to also open up SamFirm, the 3rd program that we downloaded. We're gonna go ahead and be messing with this little tool now. We should have a screen like this come up. Let's see, move this down, move this up. There we go. It should come up clear for you with model and region. Go ahead and input with the dash your appropriate model number for your phone, and then region, that will be depending on what region you have your phone in. There's also going to be a website down below to choose which specific code belongs to your region. For example, since mine is a T-Mobile branded phone, my code will be TMB. Yours will be whichever carrier you have available. But once you put that information in here with model region, go ahead and check update. Should take no longer than a few seconds. Okay, so we did find it. It's going to be a pretty hefty download, about 4 gigabytes. This is going to be the stock firmware for your phone once we get it all flashed over. Give that a download, move that to your desktop. Once you get those two files, the combination file and the firmware file, move those to your desktop. They should appear as such, like these, if you've done it correctly. Once you get that completed, we're on the home stretch. We just have to start flashing. So once you get this, let's open up Odin. There we go, the Odin tool. All right, here we go. Let's see, let's go back to the phone and let's boot power off the phone. We're going to be turning off the phone and then turning it back on in download mode, because we're going to download the combination ROM to get into binary mode in order to bypass that Google lock. So once we have the phone powered off fully, which should be here momentarily, there we go, we're going to boot into download mode. So power, Bixby, volume down, all at the same time. Let go whenever Samsung appears, or right here, and then volume up. Go download mode, at which point in time we will connect to our PC. If you have the proper USB drivers up above downloaded, Odin should recognize your phone no problem, such as this right here. Exactly, perfect. So let's get that combination ROM installed. So here where you see AP, go ahead and give that a click. What we're going to be looking for is that combination ROM that you downloaded the first subsequent download. It should be about 1.93 gigabytes. Go ahead, click that, open that. It will be checking the file to verify, make sure it's all legit and everything. Give it a few moments. At which point in time we will flash this onto the phone, which will put us into binary mode, which will allow us to remove the lock and then boot back into basic standard Android. So here we go, we have it fully checked, everything's good to go. If your computer has identified your phone and you have the proper combination file locked in, go ahead and start. This may take a moment, so I will get back with you guys whenever that is completed. And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Looks like we have successfully booted the phone into factory binary mode, which is exactly what we wanted. We're just a few steps away from getting past this forced reset lock by Google, at which point we just, like I said, flash the original firmware and then we're good. So once it's all getting done, finished booting, okay, sweet. So what we're gonna want to do is go scroll down to settings, and then from settings you will find at the very bottom should say developer options. Give that a click, and then you want to look for OEM unlocking. Enable that. After you enable OEM unlocking, go back to backup and reset right here. Backup and reset. Do a factory data reset. and then reset the phone and erase everything. Perfect. We're not just done yet. We have one more round of doing what we just did there again. After that, home stretch. We're looking good. Almost there. Almost. Phone's currently erasing. Should boot quickly back into factory binary mode. That right there. Perfect. That's what we want to see. Okay. Back into factory binary mode. There we go. All right, so we're just gonna do that same process one more time. So scroll down, go to settings, scroll all the way down until we get to developer options once again. Give that a click, and then where it says OEM unlocking, enable that one more time. After you finish that, go ahead, go home, and then hold the power button. That will fully shut off the device. After you've done that, you have successfully bypassed the Google lock. But we're not done yet because the phone still needs to flash the original OEM firmware, which we downloaded from the SAM-Firm tool. It should be on your desktop just like this right here. So once we have that all completed, phone is still attached to computer. We're gonna boot back into download mode, so power, Bixby, volume down all at the same time. Should boot into, there we go, download mode, volume up to continue. Okay, we're back into download mode once again. After we're back into download mode, let's reset Odin here. Okay, so the phone has been detected once again, which is fantastic news. That's exactly what we want. Let's open up the firmware file. So we're gonna have to match all of the corresponding files with the appropriate folders listings here, but watch for CSC. You may see a CSC in your firmware file. Do not use that CSC for here. I'll demonstrate it for you what the proper method is to get this done. Every other one, you just want to match the first two letters with the appropriate folder. So if it says BL, we'll want to inject the BL. If we want to inject the AP, inject AP. This one takes usually a moment. And then we will inject the corresponding CP with CP, and then user data with user data. But like I said, the CSC folder destination is going to be home_CSC, not just CSC. Keep that in mind, or else this whole operation will fall apart very quickly. So just finishing up the MD5 check. Here we go, we're in. So CP, like I was saying, CSC, let's attach that with home_CSC. And then user data with user data. After we have them all lined up correctly, phone identified through Odin, we can go ahead and run this flash once again. There we go, start. And then it might take a moment, so we'll fast forward this. And there you have it, folks. Looks like we are back home. The phone will go through its usual startup steps such as this. Yeah, we get it. We get it. There we go. Ta-da, we are back home, folks. Phone, no more Google reset lock whatsoever. Phone is ready to rock. Everything is back in the normal condition. Hopefully this tutorial helped you guys out a bit. I appreciate any sort of like and subscribe that you may give. Safe travels on your way. Subscribe for some more awesome content. Thank you guys. Have a good day.